Hi guys, welcome to my preview of Arsenal's game against Liverpool in the Premier League, which is tonight actually. I was going to do the preview yesterday, but I got back really late from the hospital, waiting ages for pharmacy, as usual. And I was very tired when I got back. So, yeah, obviously we had a shocking result against Spurs, shocking performance. Shouldn't have lost. To be fair, we shouldn't have. We played well. It's just defence. Our defence should be like Santa Claus in his elves. Like the amount of presents we give out in terms of our defence. But no doubt, right, we'll probably play Liverpool at the Emirates, and they'll be fucking brilliant. And then that will really piss me off. If I don't make any mistakes against Liverpool, that will piss me off. Right? Because why couldn't you do that against Spurs? Why couldn't you do it against Spurs? Fuck Liverpool. If Liverpool won the title, if they want to get 101 points or 102 points and beat the 100 points by Man City, so what? Good for them. Right? Don't do mistakes against Spurs. That's the one game. The one game. Right? I'm still fucking fuming from it. Right? And it's been since Sunday. Firstly, I thought it was the hospital mucking me around while I was trying to watch it, but factually, they were doing me a fucking favour, right? Because I would have probably punched the screen if I saw Kolasinac as the close-up, right? Oh, still fuming from it. Fuck's sake. Yeah, so the champions come to the Emirates. A lot of people, a lot of teams have been given the Guard of Honour. I thought it was only the game after they declared champions that they do that. Um, but apparently not. So yeah, whether we'll do it or not, I don't know. But they're fully deserved champions. They've been absolutely astonishing this season. They've just swept everyone in their path. Whether they get 102 points, I don't think it really bothers them, to be honest. It wouldn't bother me, really. Right? The only time it bothered me as a young fan, because I was only 10 when I watched Arsenal be invincible, and the only time that really bothered me is because we had the chance of doing that. But for Liverpool, because of the fact it's been 30 odd years since they've won the title, they're just happy they've won it, and they fully deserve it. Right? Unlike Man City, you cheating bastards, right? Right, Liverpool have actually had to sell their assets, one of their biggest assets, like Coutinho, right, which a lot of people, a lot of Liverpool fans probably at the time were not happy with, right? They've had to sell him to get the players they need so they can take you to the cleaners, right, and show you how you do it without cheating, right? Because you lot, Man City, have been cheating since 2012, and this is why this year I've loved every minute of you fucking it up and letting Liverpool run away with it, right? Because you got what you deserved, right? Cheaters never fucking prosper, and I hope now every club in the every biggest club, every even small club, just like with £1 million owners, just spend, 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 and tell UEFA, go fuck yourself, because you didn't have the bollocks to do it with Man City, so why do it to us, right? I hope Arsenal fucking spend loads of money now, right? Instead of sticking to the FFP rules, right? FFP is now dead, dead. It's no longer enforceable. UEFA, you fucked it up. You didn't have the bollocks to just say, screw you, you're out of the Champions League. You can't follow the rules, you can't play. Right? If you can't play fairly, don't play at all. That's what I was always taught. And I bet there's Man City fans that are probably been taught that as a kid, right? So if you can accept that, right, and accept every title you've won since 2012, which is all your titles, right? Even probably the FA Cup the year before, if you can accept all that, right, you can't stick to your teaching of cheaters never prosper, or if you can't play fairly, don't play at all, right? And you can have support a club that cheats, right? No wonder half your fans don't turn up for a fucking Champions League night, right? So, yeah. So, like I said, Liverpool fully deserved it, and this I'm worrying could be a very, very bad scoreline. I think Arteta will probably rest players for the FA Cup. A lot of people are saying we've got the FA Cup to go for, but then a lot of fans are saying they don't want to be in Europe. Well, newsflash, everyone, right? If you've checked the actual rules of the FA Cup, if you win it, you go in the Europa League. So you can't win the FA Cup and get a trophy out of this shit season, right, without being in the Europa League for another season and putting up with more shit, right, in Europe, right, and being embarrassed by Olympiacos, right, or being embarrassed by Ossistins the year before that, or 2 years before that, right, or go to Baku and get fucked over by your London rivals, right, in a place that you can't even fucking get to, right? So I don't get if every fan that is saying, "Oh yeah, we got the FA Cup to go for." If you want the FA Cup, then you want Europa League. You can't have it one way or the other because you can't win the FA Cup without Europa League next season. And for me, I'm not fussed if we get the cup or not. To be honest, it's been that poor of a season. I'd actually wouldn't want a trophy just to show Stan the Invisible Man, as well as the board, how fucking shit we are and how much they need to spend to get us to a level that Arteta can go, finally, I can now actually implement what I want to do instead of putting up with these fucking clowns in defence. No doubt these fucking clowns will play better tonight. So, like I said, we'll get in. Right, so with that, I'll get into the lineup. Sorry. In goal, Martinez. Um, it's like with everything everyone else is saying. You can come out with all the praises in the world, amazing, like top goalkeeper, great shot stopper, this, that, and all the other. The biggest compliment is you're saying our main goalkeeper, our number one goalkeeper, right, is sitting on the sidelines and we ain't missing him one bit. And he is going to find it. I hope next season, actually, they alternate, to be honest. I wouldn't be happy if Martinez just be stuck in the cups. And I think that they're that good, they can alternate between each other and share the load. I doubt if that will happen because I think Arteta wants to try and find a solid foundation, especially with the defence that we've got. But like I said, Martinez at the minute, there's no doubts whatsoever with his talent. He's just as good, maybe even a little bit better than Leno. So he goes in as goalkeeper. Now, do I go 4-3-3 or do I go 3-4-3? Because I know Arteta doesn't want to play 3-4-3. But I'm sure we're going to have to because otherwise we'll probably be embarrassed. But then again, we could play 3-4-3 and probably be embarrassed. So I won't blame it. And do you know what? Actually, I'll go 4-3-3. Why not? Right? Because I don't see a problem, and because we know our defence is shit anyway, and it gives us an extra man in midfield, which gives us more chance of being more creative. So, and with that, right back, Bellerin. He's proved why he's so good. He's proved that he's in a real competition, and why he deserves to start. His performance, he shouldn't have been on the losing side against Spurs, and his last few performances, he's really stepped up. So I put him as right back. As my two centre backs, I think Rob Holding should come back in. And yes, David Luiz can be a clown, especially in a back four. But I put David Luiz there because he made the. Well, actually, no, I'll put Rob Holding and Mustafi there because Mustafi's been making less mistakes, to be honest. Right? Yes, by the 70th minute against Spurs game, he turned back the Mustafi of old. But I do feel he's a lot better in a back four than David Luiz is. I think David Luiz is better when he's in a back three. Tierney I put as left back. No doubts there. Right, that's a given. So my midfield three, Granit Xhaka for a start. There's no question. I put Lucas Torreira in there. He's had a long enough rest. He's been back from injury for a while. Deserves to start. End of story. And Dani Ceballos, again, proving why we should extend his loan for another year and see how he does under Arteta, because I think he's starting to flourish under Arteta. And with Torreira and Xhaka, with that extra man, he'll be even more. He gives him more allowance to be more creative. Because instead of being a 4-3-3, you could turn into a 4-3-1, 4-2-3-1. Sorry. So you've got Torreira and Xhaka behind Ceballos, feeding the ball to him from the defence. So left wing, I would put Saka, because Saka for me proves every time he's down that left hand side how dangerous he is. Hence why probably Tottenham packed that midfield, packed that left hand side, because they knew how dangerous it was. Yes, he was on the bench, but even with Aubameyang, you can't underestimate how you can't underestimate how good our left side is at the minute. Like I said, Dani Ceballos, if it was going to be a 4-2-3-1, would then be behind the striker. On the right, I would put Nicola Pepe. He was showing good form. Yes, he had a quiet game against Spurs, but before, obviously, he had to go off for personal reasons, such as the birth of his new kid. He was just showing how good he was, and even in a quiet game, like the goal against Brighton, it was quiet all game, and then he comes up with that moment of brilliance. That's what you pay the money for. So I put him on the right. And then I'd put, though Lacazette had an outstanding game, Aubameyang's the better of the two strikers. And if we need to change the game up in any way, we can have Lacazette as a threat on the bench. So I'd put Aubameyang up top. Now, I doubt whether Arteta will go with this sort of lineup. He'll probably go for the 3-4-3, and knowing how shit our defence is, and you'll probably end up having to, how should we put that? End up putting Aubameyang on the left again and Lacazette in the middle. But then again, he could rest players and go all out for the FA Cup against Man City in the hope that we might actually win. But then we've already won, in my opinion, against Man City because we ain't cheated. Right? Yeah, we might lose the game, but right, Man City have already lost any game because they're cheats. End of story. And what you'll see on Saturday, if they do annihilate us, is the difference between what happens when you let teams like them cheat and let them have as many players they fucking want, right? I was just talking about it this morning. We didn't have money to spend on Sanchez. We didn't have money to spend on Maguire. Yeah, right. So you didn't put the fucking bid in for him, for Sanchez beforehand, right? Bollocks. It's only because Man United had to offers him a ridiculous contract that you went, we ain't offering that. He ain't that fucking good, right? Don't get me started, right? You could have bought any of them if you fucking wanted to. You didn't need to because you had your squad already, right? You had two in every position already. So don't give me that bollocks. Your club's also fucking admitted it, Guardiola, right? Otherwise, you must be the unluckiest club on the planet to get a fine for doing fuck all. So you're either guilty or you're not, right? And if you've been fined, they've obviously found you guilty at some point, right? And 10 million quid, 10 million quid, that's a pound note to us, right? That's the equivalent in our terms as a pound coin, right? As a dollar pound, as a $1 note, right? In terms of what they've got in their treasury. But you'll probably see on Saturday the difference, right? When you let people take advantage of the rules and cheat the rules to people that have to stick to the rules. So, but back to this game, that's my lineup. So yeah, let me know in the comments below if you agree with this lineup, whether you disagree. Do you think Arteta will go for a 4-3-3? Do you think he'll go for a 3-4-3 as usual? Like I said, leave it on the comments below. I did get to see in the previous videos as well. Everyone that sent them so many messages during my hospital mission, especially last time around. Thank you so much. It's been such a support. It's helped cope so much. So yeah. So like I said, if you haven't like I've said before, if you haven't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button. Leave a like on this video, right? And I will speak and I'll talk to you guys hopefully with a review after the Liverpool game. Hopefully, if not in hospital. If it's in hospital, I might be struggling because the internet's crap. But yeah, stay safe, stay well. I'll see you guys soon.